Seems like a common theme of the successful people that I know. They don't think about their past things that they've done. Like I've noticed that with like Garrett, like he's done so many like weird like cool things, but like I don't think he spends even like a second thinking about that stuff. It's just gone. Like
no, he doesn't even want to talk about it.
It's just
I've noticed like if you're like, hey man, last week when you he's like yeah, because he's already got 10 more things planned. So.
Yeah, it's like completely out of his mind, and it's just like to the next thing, and it's a great way to be, but it's also hectic.
Yeah, I'm just a believer of like you're only as good as your last at bat, and that's probably the furthest back you should be like thinking about stuff, good, bad, or otherwise. So
yeah, so interesting because like I've started to notice that with a lot of people, but the Nova's back, so that was cool. It hasn't gone 6s yet though, right? No. It's just like what 7-0.
Speaking of Garrett, he put some type of like a witch plague on me because like the first or second time out we went 7-0. And he's like, welcome to the 7-0s. And I was like, that's kind of a dick comment. I don't know what that means. Because, like, you know, we were going like over 200 mile an hour. That's a 6, you know.
Yeah. But 25 passes on the car.
Yeah.
Since it was.
Yeah, and really, outside of 6 summer, we've only been to the track like four times with it.
Yeah, but doing it on a drag and drive is like level 10 of difficulty.
Yeah, we made a lot of progress really quick with the car, and then we exposed some things that needed worked on, and it's been like this back and forth game. And then when we got to 6 summer, you got to have strategy. You got to decide like early, and like, do I want to, you know, have a 6-second pass to put as a YouTube thumbnail, or do I want to win? And I like want to win, so like we just decided, knowing some of the things we were struggling with, and we just were like, we're just gonna go whatever it can go easily like this. I hate the term A to B pass, but just like nice, easy passes, and we knew that would win the class. So that's what we did.
Was the goal to hire a team that follows you in the truck as well?
Yeah.
like a rock star team of Jim and Brett to put them in something simple and be like, hey.
Well, actually, believe it or not, I didn't get much attention. Blaine was getting all like the Brett tuning attention.
That's
you know?
True. And a Coyote in front of them.
Yeah, and they actually had a lot of their own trials and tribulations. That poor truck, we exposed a lot of weak points in it. So that most of the time, like we were at the hotel waiting for those guys to get their broke junk to the hotel. So
the truck that you gave them, and then you're like, come on.
Yeah, it was like, yeah, it just kept Brett out of the class. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so. That's fair. I mean, that's probably the best route is to hire him so you don't have to race against him.
Yeah, no, but Brett is an unbelievable resource in tuning and knowledge and stuff like that. So it was nice to have somebody to bounce stuff off of, and
especially with the Coyote and El Toro. I mean, 480s in that thing.
It's unbelievable knowing that thing. Like, that is one thing I like was the first person to look back at. I'm like, I bought that car for $400, welded to a rolling cart, just because I want to develop parts off of it. And like, how are we have like close to mid 4-second car now with this thing? It's kind of nuts.
Like the simplest on a 235, which makes that car really cool.
Yeah.
And that Blaine was just, I mean, obviously Blaine's a rock star with driving it, but like, it is probably a fairly straight down the track car.
Yeah, it's
not
starting
to take anything away from him.
It's starting to get to that point where the anti-roll bar's twisting, and it's starting to drive a little bit. He did a good job, but the car is a huge pile of crap. Just the fact that we built it in 8 days, and now like obviously we've worked on it since then, but it's really kind of.
Well, it's been through what, like 5 drag and drives.
Yeah,
I mean,
but that's just
hard on a car.
We were leaving at one point. The thing was leaving on like 25 pounds of boost. Mm-hmm. And it was out 60 foot in my Nova all week, so it's kind of depressing on the 26. But you know how it is. It's hard to control a bigger power car, so it's
and you have that high dollar 4-link.
Yeah,
the Fox body.
Believe it or not, so like when I bought that car, like I said, it was welded to a cart, and I was like, I need to get the trunk open. I wanted to look at maybe making some parts that went in that area, and there's a full suspension in the car, like. Some old like UPR stuff, so I just bolted on. That's what it's got to this day. So
I mean, it works
really well.
Like with those cars, it's kind of like a KISS.
Yeah, keep it simple. Yep.
And you don't really have to go crazy. That car is such a good example of that, where people go overly crazy.
Yeah.
And especially with like in drag and drive right now, like 850 car is really all you need.
Yeah.
If you have an 850 car, you will do any drag and drive in the country and have fun.
And you're gonna have fun.
No matter what the rule set really is, you'll fit somehow.
Yeah, about the only like I guess you'd call it exotic, but not really. It just has nice Menser shocks on it. And I think I set them when we put them on the car, and I've never touched them since. And it just, I think it spun like twice ever.
Yeah.
Until that week. Maybe it spun 1 or 2 times that week.
And then putting a bigger turbo on it midweek is kind of
wild.
Yeah, that's kind of how those things unroll, I guess.
Brett has a way of making things get carried away, but he knows how to win. So
he definitely can get carried away. I've seen that firsthand where FL2K fixing his own motor.
Yeah, the guy has no quit in him. It's like he gets this look in his eye, and you're like, oh boy.
Yeah. It's not fun to race against him.
No.
Or race against anybody who he's helping, like Jim or...
Yeah. You're not going to outwork him, and he's got a lot of ideas.
Because you've hired Jim as well. Jim with the white Mustang, and then Brett, they work together on that deal. Me and Jim talk almost every day because he's one of the smartest people I know on that type of stuff. And it's like...
Yep. No, they've been invaluable to the team. So I think your team, is just only as good as its weakest player. So having a bunch of strong people at the top like those guys to add to the rest of them is just awesome.
Preka is the weak link. Just
Poor
kidding.
Preka.
I love Preka.
No, that dude is a world-class photographer.
No, he's great at what he does.
He basically has motion tattooed on his chest, and he works hard. Yeah.
I only say Preka because he would take the jokes.
He takes the brunt of all the jokes.
Tanner would get offended if I said him, so I'd say Preka. Guys, thank you for tuning in to the Bogetti Clips YouTube channel. For the full podcast, check us out on Bogetti Studios YouTube and all your audio platforms. Also, hit that subscribe button to not miss out on any of the new Bogetti clips coming up.